Hello everybody! Today I wanted to show you kind of our preschool year in review. Will did just finish up preschool this last week. Well, technically kind of 2 weeks ago. He did the very last thing that we put in his portfolio this last week though. And he started kindergarten today. So I wanted to kind of show you inside his portfolio the work that we did decide to keep, and then also some of the work that we aren't keeping that I have kept record of in Trello. I just wanted to sort of show you guys what we used for preschool, what we liked, how it went together, and what we'll probably use for our next little baby. It was a little bit different than how we did it for my older daughter. A lot of it was similar, but a lot of it was also newer materials, so we just used them with my son. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera down here so that you can see my workspace and the portfolio, and let's get started. Alrighty, so here's his portfolio. We made this last year. We're going to be making a new one for this year. We just have not yet. So originally the plan was to go from June last year to May this year, but because I am due with our baby in August, we decided to go from June to April and then start the new school year in May. So some of these pages fell out this morning while we were dancing, which is a long story, but I just wanted to kind of show you. So we had him set some goals here, things about him. See, like I said, they fell out. So here's him, and this was just the beginning of this year, so not the school year. And I'll have more portfolio printables here. We didn't end up using a lot of these because being pregnant, I got really sick and we kind of did things a different way. So we also have a write your name sample, which he still needs to do for this year. But here's him for last year, and we'll have him do it for this year. And then we've got some math in here that he's done. Just a few things that we decided to keep. We didn't keep a lot of pages for it just because we don't do a lot of workbooks or worksheets for math. So a lot of that is in Trello. Then for language arts, we used 3 different programs for preschool. So the first program, these are both from its Little Lessons from Everyday Learn and Play, which is also this here. We also used the preschool journal from Arrows and Applesauce, which is what you'll see here, and we've kept some pages in here. And then we used the Hands-On ABC guide, which is from our shop, which you'll see here. They're fun little animals. So those are the 3 main things that we used for preschool. They work very, very well together, if I do say so myself. And so we just I kept all of his little letter crafts here, so you can kind of see what you'll get in the Hands-On ABC guide. And so that's for language arts, so all the way to Z. And then, after he finished that, we did this writing practice, which you'll actually find in our kindergarten language arts guide that we're going to be releasing soon, but it'll also be available on its own. So he just practiced letters and his pictures, and he just barely finished that. He decided to do the last few on paper here because he did not want to do it as a worksheet, which is fine. For history, we did a few units of American history. We covered Jamestown, the Oregon Trail, the early Prairie, all 3 of those leading up to the Underground Railroad, which we'll be covering come this fall. We also learned about maps, and here's some of the pages from his history notebook. He does have his history notebook, which I couldn't find, so I have to find that. And then we have a section for artwork, just for some cute little things that he's kept. And then this last part is extras. So, he finished level 1 in cooking. We've done some fun Berenstein Bears activities. Here's some poetry from our poetry student notebook. Just a few things that he did there. Some things from our faith-based unit studies, and that's what we decided to keep in there. So I figured I'd show you quickly through part of the preschool journal. I believe she's come out with a kindergarten journal now. I'm not sure if we're going to use that or not. Here's through the preschool journal. And then through little lessons, these actually go along with her learn and play calendars. And both of these cover numbers and letters, and there's more drawing in little lessons than there is in the preschool journal, but they're both a lot of fun. Some days we kind of skip some of the activities in here, but as you can see, got lots of tracing and writing practice. There's also lots of extra activities in here that are really fun. So that is our preschool year in review. These are amazing. They go really well with our curriculum, and I definitely recommend using all 3 of them together. So I hope this was helpful, and check out our next video for our first grade year in review.